Okay, this will be super short. So I just grabbed my phone and I found out that Sonnet 3.7 is out. So basically Anthropic's famous Claude Sonnet 3.5 now is replaced by 3.7, and people already are talking that this newer model is much better when it comes to coding than 3.5, which is by itself an amazing achievement. Now, the rumors were that we're gonna get 4, and now we get 3.7. So I had to do this quick video to do this quick test. Yesterday I dropped a video which I'll have in the description, I'll have in the end screen, and even I'll tag right here. So in that video I did a comparison between Grok 3, OpenAI's o1, and then Gemini's Pro 2.0 model, and last but not least DeepSeek R1. And in that test I challenged all these models for a job that takes reasoning and code. And that challenge was to create a visual that helps people understand the transformer architecture. And while some of the models did well, none of them really passed in my opinion, and the result was surprising. So you'll have to watch that video to get the full result. Now I'm gonna add on top of comparing those 4 models, the test with Sonnet 3.7. Again, this is a job that takes reasoning, understanding, and coding. So this is a real test for these models. So what I advise you to do, if you didn't watch that video, continue watching this one and see the result that we get out of the Sonnet 3.7 model. Once you see that, go back to that video and take a look of the different models that we tested and the results we got at each, and make your own decision.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel, The Mic.
Okay, if you look at the screen, you see the full prompt, and here at the bottom, you can see I already have Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So let me actually check the options here. Concise, I'll just keep it to normal as this is coding, and I'll push the model. And once I get the result, I'll just paste it into Replit and run it for you. Okay, so it's done, and it decided to do everything in one single HTML file. It's lots and lots of code, so already looks good. Now I got the preview from Sonnet or from within Claude itself, also that looks really good. So let me run it in Replit and let's see what we've got. So I hit the run button here and we have an outcome. And it's colorful, something we didn't get in any other model already. So let's see, let me not just jump into judgment and conclusion, and let me just open this in a whole new tab and test for myself. So it's showing me an input sequence. So this is hello world, okay? And then it shows the encoder and it's explaining the self-attention here. It's explaining the whole block. So if you remember, some models gave like the explainer for, actually it's giving me for both. So there's an explainer for the whole thing, and then there's an explainer, it seems, not looking perfect, but there's an explainer for each self-attention and feed forward. It seems they're overlapping at a certain extent, and then it goes to the decoder. So it's giving me certain things which are temporary. So again, we see the masked self-attention, we see the encoder, decoder, attention, then feed forward sequentially, and from an architecture perspective, very high level. Yeah, it's something that we can say it got right. And then it just shows an example, something that other models didn't. And then it has a text. Okay. So to be honest, small things are not working here. So if you see, there are actually details for each substep in each encoder and the decoder in each container that are coming up here, but they're not appearing well. So they cover each other, so we're not able to read them. And you see this blinking arrow, the same goes here. Honestly, I'm not yet satisfied with the outcome, not what I'm asking for. Definitely way better than any result we got by any other model that we tested yesterday. So the other video just came out yesterday, so I had to do this one. The color coding is definitely a plus. Effects, so it had some kind of, you can see here, there's small effects that are really nice. Even when you click at the input sequence, it just flashes out and back in, and the same I assume goes for the output. You can see the blinking arrow. The text is clean and really nice. And you can see at the bottom even added a footer, interactive transformer architecture visualization, created for educational purposes. It did definitely better than any other model. So yesterday we ranked Gemini as number one, surprisingly. Gemini and O1, like they were very, very close head to head between number one and number two. So Gemini 2.0 Pro and O1 model by OpenAI. After that, we got the XAI model, and the last was DeepSeek R1, which did the worst when it comes to this test. This actually gets, I think, in my opinion, you can watch the other video, watch this one, and tell me what you think. But with this, I think Sonnet 3.7 goes number one, and then the same sequence of models that I covered in the video I published just yesterday. Now, what this tells me as well, it is not a huge change. I think maybe they wanted to throw something, especially that many of the competitors are dropping models, dropping big things recently. Claude is staying silent, so they couldn't wait until they bring the 4. So they had to drop something in the middle. This is what I assume. The competition is hot. It's crazy. So they had to drop the 3.7, which is definitely, when it comes to coding, I think the number one coding model out there. 3.5 was already that. 3.7 is maybe a little bit beyond 3.5. So they just made sure it's concrete for the next, at least, I don't know, in this time with AI, how much you can really look into the future. But I would say for the next 3 to 6 months, which is a long period in AI world, I think 3.7 would remain number one. This is what they wanted to do. And maybe, hopefully, after that, the rumors will come true and we get the Claude 4.0 models like Sonnet 4.0, Opus 4.0. Is that something that could happen in the future? But all in all, a great result. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Make sure to jump to the video I published really yesterday. And if you enjoy both, if you enjoy this one, the quick showcase, you go play with it. You can access this model for free, by the way, 3.7 Sonnet. And tell me what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free, and write a comment in the comment section. And have a good day.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel. Give me the mic.